Okay.
Okay, so this is it. We have a quorum. All right, I'll call the meeting of the Bylaw Review Advisory Committee to order. This is Thursday, February 25th. We're opening the meeting at 1:05 p.m. And with us is Virginia Ahart and Christine Fowles, Francine Tishman here, and Lucy Dalton is unable to make today's meeting. So we're going to proceed without her.
Okay.
All right. Everybody got the materials I sent?
Yes.
I know I sent them in stages because this is a kind of like a work in progress. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. I don't see anyone from the public here, so I'm assuming there is no public comment. So let's go look at the minutes and I'll pull them up. Just so you know, Lucy just sent me an email and said she sent the minutes of March 12th, but what was attached were minutes from February. So we don't have the March 12th, 2020 meeting minutes, but I will share
Okay.
with you the minutes of,
Okay. And we didn't approve them at the October meeting, huh? Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Just one thing, Francine, do you want me to try and take notes?
If you wouldn't mind, Chris,
I will.
I hate to put that on you, but
That's okay.
so I had sent and attached the minutes of October 19th. Does anyone have any comments or corrections?
I think I did. Can you bring those up at all? Or is it hard to do? Or
They're not up. I thought I just shared them.
no?
One sec. I'll
yet.
share. 1 second. Let me go.
Mhm. There you go. It's coming.
No, that's February. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So let's take them.
Well, let's go in this since you got it.
No, these are the old ones that I think Lucy sent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's 2020. Sorry.
Right.
Yep.
So let me get out of here. Oh, God. So share. Let me go back and look again.
If I can find it in the.
I keep coming up with February 2020 for some reason. Let me look again. Here they are.
Okay, you got it. I just pulled them up too, Francine. So whoever.
Okay,
Let
then you put it up. That's fine.
All right. Let me try to put that up. Hold on a minute. I think yeah. Okay. Let me go back to here. Can I share? Oh goodness, where are they? Help. Too many things. Here we go. There we go.
All right, there we go. Good, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so this was October 19th, 2020. So this was the first time we'd met after quite a long time. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. The one thing, yeah, just under A, the one that's missing there is the select board.
Okay.
That was another one that we had sent on down to the town attorneys.
Okay, and who did you do these minutes or did I?
Not me, no.
Then I must have done them. I don't believe Lucy was present. Okay,
Yes.
so I'll fix this. So I'll add select board to A.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, that makes that list complete, I think. And
Okay.
then just as we mentioned, I think the other night, I just double check it on the sidewalk. I think it was sidewalk clearing, not cleaning.
You're right. I keep using cleaning, or else it's my spell check. I don't know. Sidewalk
Yeah,
clearing.
okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. And what else? And I guess I didn't remember about B on capital improvement. That's one that had been sent to whom?
We sent it to, when Charlie was the chair, I sent it to him and he got back to
Okay.
me. And then I checked with Matt, who then became the chair after Charlie. And Matt said he had never seen
Yeah.
it before. So I asked him to review it, and then COVID, and I haven't heard. So that's the follow-up.
Okay, so that'll be one that we've got to follow up because we got to figure out even who's in on the capital committee these
Right,
days, right?
right.
I'm not sure I even know.
Right.
Yeah, and then a lot of these were ones I think we just took off my list, and we can. I think that was true at the time. We'll probably just have to update it. So those are my only
Yes.
couple questions because this
yeah,
was
and some of
factual
the,
at
yeah, just to update everybody, some of these things were executed back then and then got lost. I know that the commissions and councils Lucy sent out to everyone, she started to get some
Right.
responses, and then the bottom fell out. So we're going to have to go all the way back
Right.
to the beginning with that and with other things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I think so. And a couple of these too, like the discharges to municipal storm drain, and at least that one I'm pretty sure must be covered under this new stormwater thing that Randall has
Yes.
been working on with Pioneer Valley. So there's a
Yes.
couple here that may no longer be relevant, but it's fine for what it was at the time we met back in October, I think. So
Okay.
just with
Yes.
that one minor correct addition there, that's all.
Okay.
That's all I had. Virginia,
Virginia, anything?
Virginia, you have anything?
Not that I know of.
Okay. So then if I could have a motion to amend the October 19, 2020 minutes, that we would add the select board to section A on articles submitted to the town attorneys, and then correct sidewalk cleaning by changing it to sidewalk clearing. And those were the
Right.
only two corrections. Do we have a second?
Mhm.
Or a motion?
Oh, I move we the minutes with those.
Okay. And a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll second it.
All right, thank you. So it's Virginia and then Christine. All in favor?
I
Falls eye.
And Tishman, I. Okay, unanimous. All right, now we go back to the next agenda item, which were the minutes of February. Let me see, February 9th of 2021. Let me see if I can find.
Want me to look for it, Francie?
Yeah, I had everything. Let me just look one more place.
Okay. I know how it goes.
No.
I've got it handy, Francine. Don't worry about
You
it.
do? Thank you.
Yeah, I just, oops, that was the wrong one. No, that was the wrong one. Hang on, sorry. I lied. Hang on a minute.
I have them. I have them here, Chris.
Okay, go for it. Yep. I pulled up my chart again.
All right, now I lost my share button.
Down at the bottom. That can't go away.
It's not here. Because I called it up from Word. Could you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just hiding behind a screen down there
Yeah.
somewhere.
All right, let me keep looking.
If you have your Zoom camera icon down at the bottom there.
Yep. And it's there, and I see, but now I can't. There they are.
There you go.
There you go.
That's it.
Okay, so these are the minutes of our last meeting, February 9th. You did a nice job laying them out, Chris.
Thanks. I was just trying to capture everything we tried to talk about there, but yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and I think that reflected correctly what needed to still be reviewed. So select board was in on that one, and then
Yes,
the next paragraph was talking about the 4 others, because I believe we figured out the other night there are 11 total that have been at one point sent toward the town attorneys
right.
that we haven't gotten a reaction on. So a couple of them are just simple, we're recommending they be deleted completely. They're no longer relevant. And another one just had a
Yeah.
minor editing change. So those were not quite as complicated as these 7 in the boxes here that really have to be looked at from start to finish, I guess.
Yes,
So that was it. Yep.
okay. All right, do I have a motion to accept the minutes of February 9th, 2021?
I so move.
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Fowles eye.
Tishman, aye. Okay, Virginia voted, so that's it. So, all right, we're past the minutes. I just want to discuss some updates, and I know Chris knows this, and Virginia, if you were watching, you may also know this, but the select board, we did present that list of outstanding draft revisions to the following: select board restrictions on issuances of local licenses and permits, overnight parking, fire lanes and fire hydrant use, council on aging, sidewalk clearing, community preservation, and general government. So those 8, the select board agreed to now have Ed forward them to town council. So one, and then again, they're going to estimate the cost of reviewing that. And then based on that, we'll do as many of these, and they didn't prioritize them in any way, but we'll do as many as these if we can for the $600 that was reserved for that purpose. And then we'll see where we are, and then we'll add them to the town meeting warrant for spring.
I must have missed that meeting. I'm usually on the channel 191 when you have select board meetings, but there were a couple that I had to miss.
This was just Tuesday night.
This was
Virginia.
Tuesday night.
Oh, that was after.
Tuesday, yes.
It was late.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
didn't continue.
Yeah, after the presentations. Yeah, it was.
Well, I
Yeah.
did stay a while after that, but
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
end.
Yes, they do. I have to take a nap on days where we have meetings because they run late.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Chris, you agree that was finally the decision?
And I get, yes, that is totally the decision. And I guess, Francine, my question to you, because these had all gone toward Ed and the attorneys like a year ago.
Right.
I got the impression that it was desirable for us to send them again.
I will send one package.
Okay.
And before I send it, I will run it by you to make sure, because there's so many versions of everything.
I know that was honestly, that was where I was going. If you don't mind, I just have a little nagging worry about version control in terms of what ones we got there. So
yes, that's my plan, and hopefully I'll get it done by tomorrow. If not, then I'll get it to him on Monday.
Yeah.
So
I don't think there's any worry about getting it by tomorrow anyway. So by Monday would be great. But yeah, because I think, we did a good job of putting a date in the footer, so we ought to know which version it is. But I guess it's probably easier so that everybody has it on the top of their email string and so forth. And
yes, so I will copy everyone once we get the final package together and get it off to Ed. Okay, so we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Okay, the next thing in terms of updating, we go to share the screen. Is this document, which I sent out to everyone. I hope you had a chance to look it over. And again, comments, corrections are fine. This is due in by Monday to for the 2020 annual report for the town. So I kind of summarized what we did and what we have pending, just so that people could keep, kind of a scorecard.
I thought it was very well done. I have no problem with what you did.
Okay,
Uh,
then- Chris?
on the town meeting one, was that, were there only, oh no, there were 4 of them approved, right?
Right.
I'm only seeing 3 article. Oh, I see a new article. I didn't have a number. Okay.
It does, the spacing, I changed it and it keeps going back. Article 4?
Well,
No, the new one we inserted for the town administrator.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
article whatever. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I didn't
yes,
see the number in there. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
So, okay.
okay, maybe we should ask Lucy to check with the Attorney General's office.
About
on
what?
the- Pardon?
About?
On the wetland protection, since we have not heard back?
It's not with them, it's with our lawyers.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. Then
No.
yes, then I need to clean this up, then
Yeah,
it's,
no, it's, we got approval on January 19th.
okay, so we're waiting final from
Well,
attorneys.
Yeah.
It's been approved. It's been approved. It's just that they had some questions that they wanted us to consult with town council on. So I would, yeah, I would say, I mean, it has been approved from their letter in January.
Then I need to move it.
Just say not waiting approval. I mean,
It's not.
Yeah.
So I'll if you say that, then I will remove Article 30 from that category, move it to the one up above.
well, you could, except that was approved at the special town meeting. So
Well, did I say annual town meeting or just town meeting?
Town meeting is what you have.
I just said town meeting.
yeah,
Do I,
that's fine.
do I have to specify?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they were just approved at different times. That's all.
Yes, yeah, understood.
Because the ones up above were also, actually, they were, let me not lie, those, where's my chart? Those were done, those were done when we were still at Norris. So that was a special town meeting too.
Okay,
That was
So-
before COVID, both of
all
them.
right, so I will retitle the first bullet as special town meeting.
And then,
And I
yeah,
will move wetland protections up there.
right, I would, yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll do that and then I'll send it off. Is there
Yeah.
anything else?
No, I don't think, I guess, you did mention that other departments are being asked to review
Yeah,
you did mention that in the narrative. Yeah, that was my only thought I was just thinking about right now.
Yeah,
Okay. No, I think it's fine.
okay. So then with those 2 corrections, special town meeting and moving wetlands protection.
Yeah.
If we have a
One
motion to approve.
more tiny thing, just on the naming of the bodies down below there under the respectfully submitted.
Mhm.
I think the instructions that I saw were supposed to be either signed by the committee or by the chair without necessarily mentioning all the names there because they're mentioned in the front of the report.
oh, yes. Yeah, you just put your name there.
So just put
Okay.
your name there, Francine.
Okay.
But
Okay,
Judy just needs to know who else is on the committee, but that goes at a separate part of the report.
all right, that's fine. I'll do that. So those 3 changes.
Okay, with all that, yes, I move that we go ahead and push this forward for the annual town report for 2020.
Okay,
Second,
all right. All in favor?
Falls eye.
Ahart, aye.
Okay. Boy, we're a very agreeable group. Aren't we? Okay. So that brings us up to current. I mean, all that was passed. So now we're bringing up the current. So I will bring up the version that I did, if I can. If it didn't disappear somewhere.
Yeah, and if you had incorporated Ian's comments, Francine, I don't think I saw that version, so.
I did not. I responded to you and I didn't. Let me look under Word.
Okay, because I don't have anything other than the original one that you had sent before, so. That I did comment on way back, a couple weeks ago, or a
No.
week ago. So, but I did see Ian's comments. Yeah, I thought there were some good, good points there. Yeah.
There were. All right. Let me go to my file and see if I can get this. Okay. Now, why can't I share this? No.
So once you pull it up in Word, just minimize it, and it should sit down in your bar down there. And then go back and try to do a share. When you hit your green thing, then you've got to find the right document to share, obviously, but
Yeah.
it should be sitting at the bottom of your screen there somewhere. Under Word, if you have your Word icon.
Yeah, it is, but then I lose my share button.
No, well, something is too big and it's hiding the other. It's just that they're both not minimized at the same dimension.
All right, let me try again. No, I still don't have a share button. I hear what you're saying, so I'm trying to move it, but no, I sent it off. Can you do it, Chris?
Did you just send it to me now? Or
I sent it before. I'll send it to you again, I guess.
well, what you sent before only had Ian's little badge attached. There was no text attached this morning.
No, I sent it to you with the meeting materials originally. I'm sorry about this.
Okay, all right. Wait, so with these minutes then yeah.
Yes, yeah, a few days ago I sent it to you.
Okay, let me look. I wasn't sure what version that was, sorry.
No, it was my intention to get to incorporate Ian's, and then we got the lawyer's comments, and then I didn't do either one. And that's what I really want to talk about today. So I sent you Ian's comments as well as the attorney's so that we could look at those and see which of those we want to incorporate in our document. I thought all of Ian's were very, very good comments.
Right, okay, let me, hold on a minute. So it's the soliciting Dartmouth version 3?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Yep. Can you see it or no?
Yeah,
Yeah. Francine, you see it?
yeah.
Francine, no?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how I got lost, but.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me back up. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. Okay, share screen. You're trying to share something, Francine?
No, not now.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, yeah,
Now it appears.
yours was blocking me.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. We were trying to put up two things at the same time. Here we go. Let me try now. Voila.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. And as I had explained in my email, the things that I highlighted either the citation needed to be verified, or we needed to make some decisions. I mean, those were things that I found, but in addition, obviously you have some comments as did Ian. And I'm not sure what to do with the attorneys other than to cite the you know, the chapters of Mass General Law that they cited that were appropriate for this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, we can always leave it like this and know that they've got to put in the right MGLs. I mean, that's what they ought to be able to do, no?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
I mean,
absolutely right.
let's not worry about whether we've got the right MGL. Just we'll leave it
Okay.
highlighted and let them realize that, you know, something they got to figure out for us.
Okay.
I don't know, but okay. So where do you want to go? I'll scroll wherever you want me to go. Right
Yeah,
here.
I mean, I just overall, if you've had a chance to read it, your comments, and then obviously incorporating the things that Ian put forward, which I can share. I have those on my screen. I can share those. But anyway, your overall response to this version. This is a combination of the Dartmouth, which we got from E360 and Chris, and then it was what Ian had given us that was dated back in 2003. Remember, he had something from attorneys. And then I believe there was one other source that I used. So it was kind of a cut and paste.
So Francine, that remember I had sent you like half a dozen other towns. Did you use
Right.
any of those or no?
I looked at them, but you know, going through
Okay.
all of them, it was just the one that
Okay.
I thought spoke in the simplest language.
Okay.
Was the ones I really tried to follow. So, any comments?
Well, let's just kind of, we can kind of just go down through it this way,
Yeah.
maybe. I mean, I didn't have any, I mean, I guess I wasn't totally, yeah, sure where Ian's comments were. So I'm sorry. I'm behind you, I guess, in terms of understanding what I was looking at.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted us to be very clear that we, and I think you captured that we made it clear that they were issuing an ID badge to people, that both the company and the individual
Yeah.
had to be registered,
Right, yeah.
that the company could remain
Yeah.
viable but the individual, if they violate any of the conditions that we put, they could lose their permit
Right.
to solicit or to
Yeah.
canvass. So I was those were
Okay.
the main things he mentioned.
Okay, well, let's just maybe go down through it just this way. I don't think it'll take us that long just to see if
Okay.
there's something. I mean, I think when we first talked about it, we were concerned that we had enough, I don't know, options is the right word, but we wanted to be sure that we weren't eliminating the scouts or kids selling cookies or subscriptions or whatever. And I think that's clearer now than it might have been in point 3 here.
Right.
You're
looking at, yeah, I don't see it on the screen. I think it's.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Further down.
No. Well, I'm under the definition of soliciting.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A number 1, 2, 3 there.
Right.
Top of the.
And it's.
Top. Is it too big or too little?
I think you have to go.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
What are you seeing, Francie?
I'm seeing the bottom of page 1 and the top of page 2.
Right. So yes. So I'm showing you page. Yeah, sorry. Top of page 2, number 3 there. Selling or seeking subscriptions.
Yes.
What I was saying is I think that covers our earlier concern when we met.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we started discussing this, because at one point it was very it wasn't that clear, I guess. But anyway, never mind.
Yeah, I think we picked it, that we cleaned it up in the exceptions.
Okay. Okay, yeah, any youth organization or group, religious, charitable, or political entity, group, organization. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you okay there so far, Virginia? Or
Yep.
I don't want to scroll too fast here. Yeah.
Well, I've got my copy too.
Okay, fine.
That I print.
Yep. So the fee schedule determined by an established schedule of fees, and I guess that's something the select board does, yeah? Or,
Yeah. Yes. Oh, they had in one, I think it was, maybe it was Dartmouth, that it was $50 per incident. But I didn't want to be that specific. If I'd rather refer
Yeah.
to the fee schedule.
Yeah, and
well, and aren't there some, yeah, go ahead.
we've got that. We're supposed to have that page of fees that can be changed immediately
Right,
rather than having to redo a bylaw.
exactly.
Yeah, and it does that, so this periodically updated by town meeting is a requirement. It's not something that, I mean, town meeting needs to approve all these schedules of fees at some point.
Well, it gets changed by the individual committee, commission. If they feel like Conservation Commission feels a certain thing needs to be changed,
Uh-huh.
you can change that and then get it approved and put it in, rather than them looking at it all like a yearly review or anything.
Yeah, I guess I thought there were some at select board's level that select board was able to do without going to town meeting at all. Am I wrong on that?
I think that they go to the select board, then the select board recommends to town meeting was the way I understood it. So at that point, we would have our input.
Okay, maybe.
Virginia, is that right?
Well, I know that, yeah, it starts in the individual committees.
Right.
And the only ones that I've seen making changes has been, I think, pretty much the Conservation Commission.
Right. But for example, the wetlands bylaw, we're talking about a $300 a day penalty. That's something that Concom has recommended to select board's approved. It's not going back to town meeting.
I don't think it has to.
Yeah, that's my point up here. So the fee schedule of fees established and periodically updated by town meeting. So I don't know if that by town meeting is,
You might want to take that out.
Okay.
well, I'll just highlight it, Francine, in another
Yeah.
color, and you can figure out
Yeah.
what you want to do with it.
Whether it's town meeting or select board.
And maybe just say periodically updated. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't hold us to doing anything annually, then we're not violating anything.
Right.
If
Yeah.
we don't.
I mean, I just don't want to pin us in to say, oh, you can't change a fee because you've got to have a town meeting.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this may include a fingerprint or background check. Is that something Ian wanted, or what's the?
Well, I want to go back to his comments when we finish this, and we can take a look at that.
Okay. So 10 days response time.
Mhm.
So in general, he was fine with all this text that's there. I mean, he
Yeah.
had no other.
Yes. He just had some enhancements, and that's what I want to go through with you, and then I'll incorporate them, and then try to cross-reference it with what the lawyers said as best I can. But you're right, Chris. We can let them verify some of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know, some of this stuff here, that again, the chief of police, I mean, I guess his background check will tell him certain things. But if they've had a license or permit pursuant to this chapter, so another soliciting permit revoked in the 5 years prior to the submission of the application, he's going to find that out in his background checks.
Well, I mean, that's why we sent it to him. I mean, how feasible is some of this? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that was my original question. Some of it
Yeah.
sounded like it was putting a huge burden on the police chief, but anyway,
Right.
he's happy with it, but so signature, all these blah, blah, the name of the validity of the permit, all this stuff. Yeah, well, boy, I'm surprised he still likes all this stuff, but okay.
Well, we'll go to his comments. Yes. I think 5 years is an extraordinary long period of time for them.
But anyway,
Well, let's see, go ahead.
we'll come back to it, but what about the hours? The 12 to 6 is what he likes?
I believe so.
Okay.
Does it make sense to you, or should we change it to 10 to 5? I mean, what makes sense to residents?
I think I suggested a time frame, but I don't remember what it was. I really don't remember.
Okay.
I mean, he's got to enforce it. If this is what works for him, that's good. I don't care. No trespassing signs. I guess that's obvious. Okay.
This is another thing, having him maintain a list of people who are no longer able to solicit or canvass.
Yeah, and yeah, right. And then, so that when somebody comes to want to solicit, then he's got to give them an updated list of the households that do not want to receive visitors, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And I guess we need it, and that is, he's not going to solicit names of households. It would be only if they report to him voluntarily.
Right. If they want to be on the list, right?
On the list, right. We just need to let people know that the list is available. And I don't know how we're going to do that, but.
Well, but, and yeah, and somebody at his end having to, respond to, 45 people saying, put my name on the list. It's just like, I don't know. It just feels like a lot
On
of
him. Okay, let's get to his, maybe we should have done his comments before we did this.
But anyway, here we go. So 3 to 6 months in terms of the licensing.
Yes.
I guess I was gonna say 6 months. I don't know.
Well, the other place Dartmouth used 6 months. I put 3 months in, but we can just have a reasonable period of time.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you folks feel 6 works.
Well, I mean, I'd rather, be led by what he's comfortable with, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I just don't understand how much work is involved here for him, him being the chief of police. I want to make it enforceable and enough teeth in it so he can, do something with it, obviously. But at the same time, it's got to be a balance. And I guess I just want to be sure he's okay with this. But yeah, so some sort of a photo ID.
Yeah.
Seal of the police department, number, all this stuff. So this is the kind of the thing about a badge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, so the end of C. No licensee shall operate pursuant to this unless it's been published in a local newspaper.
Again, I'm coming back. I think that's too onerous.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like the earlier
version.
But anyway.
Okay, we can take that out.
But Well, I'll
Yeah,
just-
I did think there's one of his comments dealt with that.
Yeah, let's, if,
I'll just put this in red so we don't lose it, but I don't know.
yeah. And we'll get to his,
Yeah,
I can, okay,
yeah.
I can bring up his comments so that we
Okay.
can see how they fit in with what we just talked about.
Okay, I'll stop sharing this crazy.
Because I definitely want to make sure that, that we hit his points, and here are his points. This is what he said. He wants police chief or designee, which makes sense.
Mhm.
They must be registered in the company, and he's talking about two separate things. The company has to be registered and the individual. Can you all read this? You want me to read it? It's small print.
You can make it a little bit bigger, maybe, or,
I've got a copy, so.
oh, never mind, I can make it bigger up here. Never mind, I can, yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Whatever,
Good?
That's good, good.
whatever you need.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
basically, yeah, so he's saying that the individual could make a violation and result in that individual's card being suspended, but the company is still valid to
Right,
solicit with a
right.
different person. Is that what we're trying to say here?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So we may have to make that, I don't know that that was overly clear in the other stuff, but.
Right. I know that needs to be cleaned up.
Okay. And a registration fee, so yeah, yeah, an expense of the PD, right, so, yeah, so both time and money, so I agree, so in terms of, some minimal fee of some sort for a registration fee, I don't know if we saw any ideas of fees in other communities. I think the $50 was a penalty, was it not?
It was.
So, but this is really talking about if you want to register to solicit, you got to pay us something to come and do it, right?
Right.
So whether that's $25 or $10, I don't know, but
Well, let's see what he thinks. I think 25 is as low as I would go. And it could be more, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and I don't see why this license would have to be published in the paper anywhere. I'm
And Dick's questioning it too.
yeah, I'm okay if we just delete it.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm thinking if anything, I mean, we could have it on the police department's website and,
Mhm.
the town website, both. I mean, I don't know, but, or some message comes out from the police
Yeah.
saying, X, Y, and Z are going to be in town next month soliciting just for your information kind of thing. But I don't know, maybe there's got to be some other public.
Well, I think maybe the police website might be good. And then again, you have people who don't use computers and they're not going to, they're not going to become aware of it. So,
Yeah, but I mean, are you really going to see this little 2-line legal
no,
legal ad in the Gazette? It looks
no,
like,
I'm not advocating for it to
Yeah.
be in the paper. No.
okay. So yeah, but I just don't see that necessary. And it's another fee. I mean, the cost of these things in the Gazette is ridiculous too. So, I mean, we can't afford that unless you
No.
really do a major registration fee for anybody coming in.
No.
So I think I would recommend that we don't even have that in there, but unless it's
Okay,
required.
I'm gonna delete that.
I mean, I think we can make it public on, the police department's website and their Facebook page and the town website or something, and that should be
I
plenty
know, but that involves a lot of
no, but they maintain
people's
their own.
time, updating this all the time.
Yeah, but the police department puts out stuff on their Facebook page all the time. So I mean, that's not a big issue for them. I don't-
For them, it's appropriate, but I don't know about the town website.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I don't care as long as it's somewhere. But I mean, the police department. But I think we need to get more clarity. I mean, these are all valid points. I don't object to anything. I just think the last one is really a bit much.
It is, it's onerous. Yeah,
and
I
get-
agree.
Get some idea from him what he thinks the registration fee should be. That's
Mhm.
because whatever it costs, if for example, when he does his background check, does that mean does the cursory background check mean a fingerprint check? And is there a cost to that? I mean, he should base it on, obviously what his real costs are. So,
Yeah.
we,
All right, so I'll ask him his costs,
Yeah.
what he would recommend to cover the expense associated with him doing this.
okay.
Okay.
That's good for me. Yep. Hey, Lucy, how are you?
Hi, good. Hi, everybody. Sorry. I might have to stop again to notarize some signature.
That's okay.
All right, we're just finishing up on our draft and Ian's comments on
Yep.
the solicitation bylaw that we drafted. I haven't yet incorporated his into ours, and we were just talking about that. And so I think we're probably all in agreement about what of his we're going to incorporate, what we're going to go back to him and ask for some clarification, like the fee rate. The rate is definitely something we need to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'd end up seeing this again, and then
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him to see it again in its final form.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
And then these things end up being a work in progress. They just go on. Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
I'll have to look at my original comments, Francine. I had something that I think I had pulled from some other town that I thought was good, but I don't know I can't remember what it was now. And I just want to be sure it's
Okay.
covered in what we have here. That's all.
Okay. All right. And I know you sent me, so I'll go back over. I just haven't from last week when I got his comments back, I haven't had a chance to spend any time on it.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay.
I apologize for that.
That's okay.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's no vote necessary on this. Again, I'll make a revision. I'll send it out to him and to you folks, and then see how close we are, to one another at that point. And perhaps, hopefully, at our next meeting, we can finalize it and approve it. Everybody on board with that?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Right, so I'll stop sharing. Here we are. We're back, live and in color. Okay.
Hi,
So
Virginia.
we're all the way down to other business. Does anybody have anything else that was not on the agenda or that we didn't discuss that you want to bring up?
Just to mention, I think that we are going to be putting both the nuisance and the building numbering on the agenda for the next select board meeting. Yeah.
Yep.
And then Lucy, while we have you, we were kind of looking at the list of some of the ones that we had done earlier, and that I'm forgetting what it's called now, but the general meeting, membership of meetings and all that. Membership of
Committee, committee participation.
Yeah, that you had sent out.
Yep.
You'd gotten a bunch of answers. Well, I don't know how many you got. You got some answers from some committees.
Yes. Yeah.
But we were wondering about maybe, I don't know, what does everybody think? Should we try to send that out again and try to get that input from people so we can try to finalize those couple? Or
It would be nice because the changeover for the board has happened and there's been people who have resigned and newly appointed. So it would be nice to get some new.
Yeah. I mean, if you have a sense of ones that, if you got some back and they're still basically the same people on the committee, I guess I would say I wouldn't bother to send it to them again, but anybody who didn't answer you before, maybe I would be my thought.
Yeah, like the finance committee is entirely new.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would agree to send it out again about the boards and committees. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I sent what we had drafted on the finance committee to them about 2 weeks ago. I haven't, of course, they're in the middle of the budget review, but that would be the next step to hear back from them to make sure they agree with what was
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
before we
Yeah.
go forward.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that.
Is there any others that you think, that come to mind that we ought to think about working on, or are we, I mean, I do feel kind of a push and pull of, should we keep on drafting these things when they really are not coming to a total end in a hurry
Yeah.
here? But at
Yeah.
the same time, I kind of hate to lose some momentum too, so I don't know.
I can't remember, the only two that you voted on at the select board to send to legal were nuisance, or there was 7 of them, right? 7 of them? Yeah. Okay. 1 through 7, was it?
There were 8.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
1 through-
let me just pull it up if I can, if you don't mind. I think I've got it.
Yeah, it was select board,
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
restrictions on issuance of local licenses, overnight parking, fire lanes and fire hydrants, council on aging, sidewalk cleaning, clearing,
Yep.
community preservation, general government, and then we were going to ask for their feedback on the wetlands.
Oh, right, yep, okay. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I didn't get the impression that building numbering and nuisance, if we could put it on the agenda for next time, Reedy was asking to get feedback from people, but the only way we can get feedback from people, I think, is if we put it out there for comment. And that's
Yeah.
usually at the time right before it goes to town meeting. Am I right?
Mhm.
Before it goes to the lawyers, how are we going to,
Mhm.
these two
Yeah.
in particular involve
Mhm.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they
Oh.
definitely do. And I think, yeah, I'm not sure if it was really clear what the building numbering was all about. That it really is, intended to be more of a display issue than anything else,
Mhm.
right?
Right, and it
Mhm.
would be, existing properties would be grandfathered, except when they issue, when I guess the property turns over, should it be for sale, or when a new permit of some type is issued.
Right. I'm just gonna pull this
Right.
up. Yeah, and so I
Yep.
think it might not have been clear, and Lord knows we had enough stuff on the agenda last week that we didn't
Okay.
need to go through these. So I'm hoping that we
Yeah.
can kind of go through them a bit more in detail and explain more clearly what they're about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
So all I did here, I just threw the 3 that we're working on in a new color, just because I got sick of colors.
Yeah.
So soliciting in final draft, the numbering of buildings, and everybody and his brother. Now, Francine, you had mentioned the other night you'd asked Ron Lauren to also review that. So
It's now almost 2 weeks and
Yeah,
I
so we
haven't
might
heard
need
back.
might need a nudge on him as well, because we had Tom Quinlan's okay, but
Yes,
really the current building inspector ought to be the
Right.
one
right.
Right. Right.
as well.
Yeah.
And
then
that's
Yep.
what happens when things stay around long enough, there's
Yeah.
turnover and we start
Right.
all over again.
right.
Yeah.
So, and then
Yeah.
this,
Yep.
the nuisance one, oops, come down here. Here we go. So the nuisance one, so we already had
Yep.
Ian's input on the nuisance one, right? So that
Right.
was,
And the only
Yep.
change that was
And-
made when I went, unfortunately, Ian was at the Board of Health meeting that I was at, that we discussed this. The only change that he made was that we had to reference the fact that we had non-criminal ticketing. And that would be the basis for the fines. And so that was,
Okay.
that was the
And so
change
that
that
was-
I made. That's done.
that was also Board of Health, right?
Yes,
Yes, Board of
Yeah.
Health was also involved in that, yes.
yes.
Okay, Yeah.
Board of Health and
Yeah.
the police.
yeah, I just changed my note on that, so, okay.
Okay.
Good, so out of that bunch, then there's still what was in, so these 2 that we were just talking about, Lucy, they're 45 and 46, which are numbers that we've
Yep.
given them because they don't have a number.
Right.
Those are the 2 that we were talking.
Okay.
That's a
So,
year ago, they got caught in the mix here, and then Francine, I'm just gonna update. You just said that you sent, come on here. Why are you not doing this? You said you sent the finance committee to them?
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's like recently though, no, okay.
well, it was
'Cause I think this was
going
like
back
last-
to at least 2 weeks now, but like I said,
Yeah.
I'll bug them a little bit, but they're
Yeah.
meeting twice a
Yep.
week
Mhm.
Yep.
at this
That's
point.
fine.
Yep.
Yep. No,
Can I
just
ask
to-
you a
just
quick
to note.
question?
Yep, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Christine. Sorry.
No, the other one I think that shouldn't have been too complicated. Was this dumping of materials, that I guess maybe with Randall, we might have to resend that one too. I'm just trying
Oh,
to think of
yeah.
ones that we might have to
Mhm.
resend, because
Yeah.
that was one I think that wasn't overly complicated to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I might suggest, Francine, if you wouldn't mind resending that one to Randall again.
Yep,
Because I think looking at my numbering over here, we obviously combined two bylaws.
yes, yeah.
One, remember?
Mhm.
That's how I was coding this. So
Mhm.
this has been easily a year, so I'm sure it's lost in the ether here. So that one I don't think should be terribly complicated to look at if he would have it in
Mhm.
front of him for a couple of weeks to have a
Right.
chance. And I guess I'm not sure, where did we ever end up on our famous dog issue? That was my real question of where I wanted. Where is that? Is it Ian?
Virginia, you and oh goodness, Janine worked on that.
Oh, we did that but we went beyond
But
that.
after-
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I guess
So
I don't have the
I mean, my
material.
notes say that it went to Ian, and
Right.
because Health was not, it's not their purview to review this.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't recall if we got any feedback from Ian a year
And
ago.
I took it to the Board of Health and they said it was not theirs either because it all
Right.
falls under animal control.
Right. But I had thought that we had given it to Ian to review. And but we never heard back, right? I mean, our last meeting was March 12th.
Yep.
Did we meet because we didn't meet on the 26th of March because COVID, we
Right,
shut down the building on March 16th.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so whatever we had sent out, we sent out by then, and then we only met again last October. But
Right,
that was just
yeah.
to catch up. But
Yeah.
so I'm thinking that these couple that have Ian's name by them, Francine. So like the
Okay.
unregistered motor vehicles
Mhm.
and the doggy ones.
Yeah. Maybe
know,
need a
without-
reminder.
Well, and I'm sure most people will have, buried this somewhere in their, emails too. So
well, yeah,
Yeah.
because everything did get kind of
Yeah.
shelved for a while.
for sure.
Yes,
So
yeah.
it may be necessary to just find the right version and reattach it and be sure that we're sending it right.
Mhm.
But we can, we can
Right.
do them in little bits and pieces. He doesn't need to have 5 of them all at once, but
Right, right, yeah.
the one for Randall, I don't think is too complicated, that number 11.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
maybe 10 with Ian,
Mhm.
and then we can get him the dog 2 together later on or something. I mean,
Did we talk about number 32 and number 40 being combined?
hold on.
Because I see comments that says duplicate of number 40. Did we talk about the non-criminal ticketing disposition and
Well,
number 40? So if you go
Yeah.
to 32 in the blue and then number 40 go down is non-criminal disposition of violations of bylaws, rules and regulations, right there. Yep. Yeah, right under fire hydrant use. Yep, right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
So-
So this one, okay. So this one had already gone to the age. This is one that's
Yep.
been on the books, right? From 2017 by my note here.
Yeah.
But there's a duplicate. There's another part. Why is that up there?
Well,
Yeah, I don't
32
know.
says
Oh, yeah.
non-criminal ticketing.
Yeah, so this was my
Right.
comment. Was it a duplicate of 40? Because there's something else in our existing. Yeah, I think that was my question. We got to look
Okay.
at what's online, what's posted there now, actually, but
Yeah,
I'm thinking for a reason, I wrote this for a reason. I must have thought it might be a duplicate.
right,
If
right.
I remember, one had just very, very little,
Okay.
like maybe a paragraph of information at most.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I don't know which one it was though, but
Okay.
Any-
I'll look at it too, just to see what
Yeah.
it is.
okay.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, and I guess, yeah, the other one, why do I still have question marks here? Okay, so maybe Lucy, if you could do me a research thingy on the town budget process, when that got approved by the AG. I still
Oh,
see,
sure. Yep.
I still have that one as
Yep.
question mark for some reason. Don't know why. But
Okay. Okay.
then our charts will be, I mean, I hope you guys don't mind this chart. I mean, I find it helpful.
I
just to know
love this
where we
chart.
are.
I love this chart.
I
And
just,
now I can see it in color.
I just
Oh,
can't keep myself organized otherwise, frankly. So,
No, you
okay.
did a great job. Thank
So-
you.
yeah, that's good. If it helps,
Yeah.
I know.
It
And
does help, very much so.
especially when we
Yeah.
haven't had meetings in a while, it's like, where did we leave
I
off?
know. I know. I know.
So anyway,
I don't mind.
yeah.
I don't mind zooming until my face is right up close and then, but
Yeah,
um,
I know.
it's
Yeah.
good to meet,
Okay.
still be able to meet.
Yeah.
So,
So
okay.
Francine, I don't have
Okay.
any other thoughts about that. So I think that's, we got plenty to do still if we want to keep on chugging. So,
Okay. Yeah, we do. Now, just a little bit of housekeeping, because I want to get these, I'm going to correct those 2 sets of minutes that we talked about today.
Okay.
And the annual report with the change.
Yep.
That to special town meeting, to update, to correct that and remove the committee members' names. But I'm looking at the My Town Government, and we're still missing, and I can't find minutes for March 12th of 2020.
I don't understand why I can't find, because I have them and it says March 12th.
I know, but then
2020.
the minutes say February 19th. When
I
you
printed
open the
them.
document, it doesn't have the March 12th date.
well, maybe the date just
Oh.
didn't get changed
I
on the
not,
draft.
I must have not changed. No, that's not, no, because it says on the bottom, next meeting, March 5th.
Right.
So did I not change the? Oh, let me see.
I don't know.
Well, I can look into that. Francine,
Okay, would
because
you?
I'm not sure what,
Okay,
yeah. well,
I appreciate
yeah,
that.
yes,
Okay,
of course. Look into where they are. So I apologize for that.
okay. So I will, at the same time, I'll integrate what we talked about today and eat with Ian's comments on soliciting. I will send it to all of you and then to him, okay? And see where we are on that. I will resend capital improvement to Matt to make certain that that new group of people have a chance to review it. I said I would already talked about making those couple of changes on the minutes and the annual report.
Yep.
And then send the dumping one to Randall. And then we talked about, now, do you want me to resend unrestricted and dogs to Ian, or?
Well, he may have a lot going on right now,
Let's
especially if he gives us
wait.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't you, if anything, send him the unregistered motor vehicle one?
Okay,
That shouldn't be that hard to crank out. The
Okay.
dog one's probably going to be
okay.
hot.
Quite honestly, I feel so bad asking people to review these things and then they sit.
Yeah.
And then by the time they're being moved forward, you've got to ask people to review it again. Like all these sitting here that have been months and months and months. At this point in time, I don't know that they're dated and that the people would still agree with what they say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Well,
don't want, they've already gone to town meeting, or no, they haven't yet. But they've already reviewed them once.
No, but Francine, they haven't answered us.
Right.
That's why
No,
we're
I'm talking about the ones I'm talking about the 8 that are with the attorneys.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree with it. Yeah.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but they must be working from home on Zoom, right? I mean, I don't know how attorneys are doing their functions, so.
No, but the issue is really, can we afford to have them do
I
that?
know, I
And
know.
so we got approval from the select board that
Yep.
they can do $600 worth of work.
Yep.
So, yeah, so I mean, if people are upset that whatever they reviewed a year ago hasn't moved, I mean, there's not much we can do about it. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
hopefully going forward, it won't be that much of a problem, you know?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But I feel like I'm asking people to work 2 and 3 times. And I
Well,
know in essence, we're working 2 and 3 times.
yeah.
So
I'll go and look at the board and committee, number 45, 46, make sure I have the correct version and send that out to the board and committee chairs again. Is that okay? And I'll
Okay.
look at the look for the March 12th minutes, which I'm not sure why they're not uploaded, but I will get on that too, so.
Okay.
And I think that's all I was gonna, I think that's all I was gonna do.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And I hope you all got your vaccines or scheduled, yes? Scheduled? No, not
Working on it.
no. Good luck. Good luck.
Well,
Maureen is here to do some signing, so I will have to mute myself or leave the meeting unless you are ready to adjourn. So just let me know.
do we want to do just to schedule a next meeting? I don't know.
Yeah,
if we
I
have
think
anything
we
else.
just want to, if there's
Okay.
nothing else that we
Okay.
need to go over, let's go ahead and schedule the next meeting.
Okay.
Everybody want to get their calendars? I know we used to target Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Oh, okay. That's okay. No, you're fine. We're just scheduling.
How about the 18th, maybe?
So March 18th, Thursday, at
Yeah.
what time?
Sometime, one-ish or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do have a dentist appointment from 11 to 12.
Oh,
so,
dear. Well, in that case,
Can we make it 1:30 just to give me some wiggle room?
sure. Yeah. Or do you want to do Wednesday instead or?
I don't think they're going to be doing anything other than checking me.
Okay.
So 1:30 on the 18th.
That's good
I'm
for me
good
for
for
right
that.
now.
I'm good for that.
Okay.
3:18 at 1.
Virginia, does that work?
Probably.
What day?
Okay.
3:25 at 1:30?
Yes.
3:18.
The 18th. Yeah.
Okay. All right. At 1:30. Okay. I am in. So I have to
Okay.
leave the meeting. Thank you. Sorry I came in
All
so
right.
late. Okay.
Okay, let me
We'll
know
be
when
in
you
touch.
come across those minutes, please.
I will. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Okay, with that, everybody?
Yep.
We're set? So
Yeah,
can we have a
I think-
motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor? I'm
Aye.
sure. Aye.
Aye.
I'm sure it's unanimous. Okay, so it's 2:13.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, so there we are. Thanks, Chris, for taking the notes. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
I'll see you, I'm
See you
sure,
later.
certainly before the 18th. Okay,
Yeah.
Be
See you
well.
later.
be healthy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I know.